15 years after the height of his fame and fortune, the real-life Peter Griffin still roams local malls looking for NPCs to buy autographs and photos. His life, a ruins, a destroyed mess of what it once was. His heart breaks on the inside of his hulking body as another family walks by him with a disgusted look on their faces. He frowns, and a tear rolls down his large cheek. Even he realizes how truly sad his life is. He stumbles into a nearby J.C. Penney and signs a denim jacket. He palms the $5 bill from the fan and tucks it between the rolls of his stomach and does his best to hide the pain. When he returns home later that night, he knows he will stare at the shotgun in the corner again, thinking about just putting the barrel in his mouth and pulling the trigger and ending real-life Peter Griffin forever. He sits in his recliner and palms the shotgun. He cannot bring himself to do it. He lays it on the coffee table and reclines back in his chair, eyes wide open at the ceiling, tears rolling down. And then, with a sudden burst of confidence, he leans forward and grabs the shotgun. But instead of putting the barrel in his mouth, he points it at the whore on the sofa who he calls his Lois. Peter! He pulls the trigger, a loud flash, a bang. Peter is forced backwards from the power of the blast. He opens his eyes and finds himself on the floor. He strains to stand from the massive weight. His knees creak and moan, but he finds himself upright. He retrieves his bent and misshapen glasses from the floor and fixes them upon his head. He looks over at Lois on the couch, except that wasn't Lois. It looked like a piece of roadkill that had been reverse seared and thrown into the deep freezer. He walks over to her and rests his hands on the destroyed torso of what was once his loyal Lois. A wry grin slowly creeps across his face. Before long, the muscles of his mouth contorted to a sinister appearance. He picked up the shotgun from the floor, reloaded it, and crept out his apartment door, looking for something that he is not sure of. A fan, perhaps? Maybe another woman that he could mold and flex into a new Lois, a better Lois. The grin stretches further as he creeps into the darkness. A few moments pass, and then another flash and loud bang. Months pass, and the police are on his trail. Real-life Peter Griffin knows they are close. His followers all destroyed, he is left with no choice. He re-enters the J.C. Penney with the shotgun. He takes a wild shot. Bang! A moment passes, a flicker of movement out of the corner of his eye. Bang! His target was hit. He smiles with appreciation. He sprints back into the mall. Shots rang out, striking the wall near him. Bang! 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 He takes cover in a nearby FYE. He crawls behind a stance of Family Guy DVDs, bullets striking all around him. He takes a blind shot from behind the stand. Bang! He peeks around the corner and sees the pig before him, drops like a rock and lay motionless, and then silence. He stands to his feet and walks closer. He lurks over his kill, his face contorting into that same evil grin yet again. Before he can savor it longer, he feels a powerful force hit his chest. He is thrown to the floor. Suddenly, heat, wetness, and then freezing cold. He looks to the ceiling. The smile reappears as the light begins to go out of his eyes. He sputters up blood and looks the man who shot him down. With the last of his energy, he lets out one final phrase. "If you've got a problem, take it up with my butt. He's the only one who gives a crap."